the New Zealand Cavaliers strike back and win the second test against the Springboks in dramatic fashion. Captain Jock Hobbs left the field in tears, relieved at his team's great victory against all odds. Welcome back to my channel and the 7th in a series of videos about the Rebel New Zealand Cavaliers tour to South Africa in 1986.
That tainted 37-24 win now behind them, the New Zealanders were back on the training paddock for the second test. So too were the Springboks, who were to field an unchanged team after their first test triumph. The New Zealand team showed 3 changes from Newlands: Jock Hobbs returning as captain, Gary Whetton replacing Murray Pearce, and Dave Loveridge in for Andy Donald.
It's a very important game for us, one we need to win.
You think you can do it?
Well, we wouldn't be playing if we didn't. We don't underestimate our task, though.
Ross Botha, your problem?
I think we've got 15 men who are our problem.
According to Botha, the test will be much harder and more aggressive than Newlands. He expresses surprise at how tame his opponents were last time out.
Didn't see the first test, but I really think they'll win it tomorrow.
How much of a factor do you think Ross Botha would be?
Well, he, of course, could be the stumbling block. If there's any man that can beat the All Blacks, it will be him.
I said it's a very hard encounter. The Springboks have certainly got away to a great start. Any team that gets one up in the series is really sitting in a box seat. Interesting to see how the Cavaliers have been written off, and I'm sure that they'll fight back and they'll play very well tomorrow.
A hot and windy day dawns at the seaside paradise. 42,000 people will forego the pleasures of the beach today and stream towards Kings Park Stadium. The New Zealanders are confident they have selected their best possible team, and they know that defeat in this test will cost them the series. The surface at Kings Park is firm and true, adding to South Africa's confidence that their potent backline will win the day. Botha announces that he'll do his best to run the ball, and he admits that this test series is the most important of his career. Victory for the Springboks would mean the other rugby-playing countries clamouring for a crack at the box. Much, of course, will depend on his kicking duel with Grant Fox, but there is quiet confidence in the Springbok camp. The new grandstand is filled to capacity, a swirling wind in the cauldron.
Only a couple of changes. Loveridge has come in at halfback, and in the forwards, Jock Hobbs, who's captaining a side, has come in place of Frank Shelford. Jock Hobbs and Gary Whetton, with his Auckland teammate Andy Hayden. That'll be the 2 locks. So a very powerful side. There's a South African side, unchanged from the last game in Cape Town. Ross Botha, the captain again, and he will be hoping to keep up his average of having scored nearly 12 points in every test match he's played.
This Jock Hobbs. Be interesting to see just how they prepare. Well, you can just see how serious they are, Chick.
Murray makes it. There's Mark Shaw, Grant Fox, as he can read. It's Gary Knight. Warwick Taylor with his hand bandaged up. There's Craig Green. Referee in bright red shirt. And there are the Springboks. Unusual with the 2 badges, one advertising a motor company, and the Springbok on the left breast. Danny Gerber. Carl, do you believe that Hughes the last one out? And the big shot as they're now all on the field. There's Jock Hobbs. The referee says, "Are you ready?" And it looks like the Springboks have won the toss and decided to play against the wind. And there's a good kick out taken by Skalkberger. In goes Andy Hayden. And coming away with it for Bartman. And here's the first real ruck of the game, and it's pretty tense. A long pass there. Nice Botha. And will that put him right for the game? Yes, he's found touch. He made certain that he got his touch. And to throw in is Uli Schmidt. And that's good possession. Taken back in by Mark Shaw, and a penalty. Penalty to the All Blacks. And a bit of altercation there between Flippy van der Merwe and Mark Shaw. Yes, he was just lifted high up there, and it's got all the distance. Wait for it. Is it straight? It's a beautiful kick. And the New Zealanders are leading by 3 points to 0. That very important penalty kick by Grant Fox, and that'll put him right for the game. And so far, it has been all around the halfway line. Naasbotha under it is Gary Wetton. Another furious ruck out. Michael du Plessis, it was a good mark there by Kieran Crowley. Marked under a lot of pressure from that, not a bad up and under by Michael du Plessis, who appeared in the first 5/8 position. That's an interesting one, right down the field there, using the wind. Back for it is Christo Ferreira, but Naasbotha to the rescue. And he's challenged by Warwick Taylor. This could be a try. Warwick Taylor going, will the ball go into touch? Yes, he's got it. He's got his try. And that was a bad mistake. Naasbotha having his kick charge on. There's Warwick Taylor. And he will be delighted with that quick bit of thinking. Following up, charging down the kick. And a wonderful thing for his side. Right. I think it'll be the New Zealanders' idea to play the whole of this half, certainly in their opponent's half of the field, and Craig Green almost caught napping. Yes, he was caught napping, really. He tried to desperately to knock it back into play, but it was already out. So quick thinking by Naasbotha then.
Well, quite interesting. I've never seen that before. He actually dropped the ball out of his hands, re-caught it, and then took the quick one on the open side.
And here's a penalty for obstruction in the line out. This time to the Springboks, and Naasbotha indicates he's going to go for the posts. No, he's kicked it high, and there it's holding up in the wind and swirling away. Grant Fox, and very quickly up onto was Carl du Plessis, trying to see if he couldn't perhaps charge the kick down. But I think Naasbotha will have learnt a lot by that kick there.
Well, I think the other thing interesting at Kings Park, there's a huge gap in the right-hand corner of the field, and the wind howls through there.
And the referee again being very strict in the line-out, saying that that was obstruction. And interesting, from halfway, what's Naasbotha going to do? He's going to try an even longer kick. Let's see what he does now. He's kept that a little bit lower and hits the upright and back into play. Grabbed there by Gary Wetton. And Gary Wetton tackled by Carl du Plessis. Just managed to get his kick in.
5-man line out for the Springboks.
And advantage to Uli Schmidt. Referee says there was no advantage and they must go back to where the original knock forward occurred. Hickory knocking the ball on, and they'll scrum. Christo Ferreira, swinging scrum there. That is Donny Gerber with it now. Donny Gerber in a gap, and this could be very dangerous. He's got Carl du Plessis with him, and decides to go himself inside to Gert Small. There's Val Bartman there, and I think it was Christo Ferreira pulled down, changed the direction, long one out to Yakarana. Now here's the fast man, he's the fastest guy probably on the field, going for the corner. Will he make it? No, just short. And in there is Jannie Breert to try and see if he can't get over there, but referee right on the spot. And this line out on the New Zealanders 22-metre line. Ika Reid, tap back by Moorman. Christo Ferreira out to misses out Naasbotha, and a penalty. The referee was waiting for advantage. A penalty to the Springboks.
Well, moving away from the line of touch before the line out was over.
And Naasbotha, has he got it? Yes, all the way, and 7 points to 3 it is. Ika Reid. He's got Andy Hayden at 2. He's got Wetton at 4. Next head at the back. Beautiful work to Hayden. Hayden driving, helped by Ashworth. Loveridge to Grant Fox. Taylor. Simpson in the gap. Hey, back into work, Taylor. Good work by Jock Hobbs there. And the Springboks trying to get in there. Will the All Blacks get the second phase possession? No, the referee says that ball is dead. And Springbok ball. But that was very good work there by Warwick Taylor. 7 points to 3. New Zealand is leading. Christo Ferreira Bosbuerta. Good chip. And well taken by Simpson. Gert Small is up there to try and get it back, and a penalty to the Springboks.
Will he succeed?
Yes, he has, and it's 7-6. And it's amazing, the Springboks were on the attack a moment ago, and now look where they are. They're about 18 metres from their own line. Jannie Brett tapping it back. Next head through very quickly. And here's second phase for the New Zealanders. Fox, Warwick Taylor, there's Simpson. Simpson tackled. And Mark Shaw, I think it was, doing great work. And Fox with it. Fox, and is he getting through? Just tremendous defence. Nice Buerta in there, helping to stop the tide. And the referee says that ball is dead. But this is a very dangerous situation with the New Zealanders very close to the Springbok line. And it'll be there put in. 28 minutes gone in the first half. Slow heel. Will they try a shove over? Mexted going on the blind side, just held up short, and it's a try given. Mexted was pulled down, but
Mark Shaw
it is.
And Mexted, you can see Murray Mexted lying there. He's claiming the try. Mark Shaw was the support. But that was very good build-up by the New Zealanders. They had a lot of men on the right, had the overlap. Watch, here's the scrum. We'll see it from the end, so that we on the open side couldn't see it that easily. Good scrum, outboxed Gary Knight, but they still managed to control it. The drive coming from Mexted. And there is just his momentum taking him over, and the referee, as you can say, well positioned.
And wait for it. Yes, it's all the way, and it's a goal. You have 29 minutes gone, and New Zealand is leading by a goal, a try, and a penalty to the two penalties of the Springboks. Springboks will want to get a shove on this hard ground. Held by Jannie Brett, Ferreira to Buerta. Mrs. Adaman to Gerber. Little chip ahead. Jan Hjonis is there as well. Craig Green, but knocked it forward. And Warwick Taylor in an offside position. What's the referee going to give? Will he give the knock on first or the penalty?
No, he's given the penalty, and quite rightly so too. Craig Green was in an offside position. The ball was played by a New Zealander, went forward, and Craig Green in an offside position.
He's hit it well. It's swinging to the left though. Yeah, it's there. Very well judged in the wind. I think Nas Buerta aimed for the left-hand post, and over it went inside the right-hand post.
South Africa will be playing with the wind in the second half.
Yeah, 13-9 it is. Less than a minute to go, and lifting in the line out, the referee says. That's the first penalty we've had for that. There's Jock Hobbs, number 7, talking to the referee, and Grant Fox indicating that he is going to kick it goal. 13-9. Can he make it 16-9? That's the Springbok 10-meter line he's kicking from. And it's not going to be short. Wait for it. And off the post and in. 16 points to 9. And he will be delighted. The New Zealanders will be absolutely delighted. A 7-point lead. So there is the halftime whistle. And at halftime, the New Zealanders are leading by a goal, 2 penalties and a try for their 16 points to 3 penalties by the Springboks. And there is an indication of this win. Nas Buerta kicking it right over the dead ball line. Grant Fox. And that's a lovely high kick under it is Louis Moorman. Andy Hayden was up there too, and is picked up by Gert Small over on the far side. And a lot of people watching in their shirt sleeves in this almost summery weather. It's always a bit warmer in Durban than the rest of the country. And there was Loveridge under a bit of pressure. And taken by Uli Schmidt away from him. Gerber out to Michael du Plessis, and there's Uli Schmidt again. And trying to pick up somebody. Uli Schmidt still with it. Back it comes Ferreira to Nas Buerta. And he's trying to run himself into a good position. Donny Gerber, and there is a slip we've seen so often with him. Who's he got with him? Second phase again. Out to Michael du Plessis. Changing direction. There's Uli Schmidt again. He's like a centre 3/4 at the moment. Giving it there to Anton Barnard. Carl du Plessis taking it from him. Back to Ferreira. And Ferreira did well to get that one away. Nice Buerta, Michael du Plessis, and that's Yanni Brett in the line. Kiernes, they got a man over. Gerber going through the gap. And he's got Reinach outside him, but he went that step too far.
Well, it must be a penalty for a high tackle. Must be.
Yep, the referee on the spot. That certainly looked like a stiff-arm tackle there.
Well, you can see Donny Gerber down on the ground as he slipped inside, and the referee having a very, very stern word to Murray Mexted there. Now watch how we go. Bang, Murray Mexted. Difficult when a person slips inside you. Not easy to stop a person in that situation, and almost one would say conceding the penalty in favour of a try.
And he's missed the kick, he's missed the penalty, has Nice Buerta, and so the score remains what it was. 16 points to the New Zealanders, 9 to the Springboks, and we've had 7.5 minutes here in the second half of this match.
Well, you can see Nice Buerta just talking to himself there, very upset with maybe his concentration, his follow-through not quite going through properly.
Grant Fox, under it is Skalkberger. So was Gary Wetton though. And the tap back goes rolling into touch there. See Murray Mexted right at the back of the lineup there. Louis Moorman took that beautifully. Nice Buerta with it. And there's a drop goal attempt. Where is it? The referee's well positioned, but this time it's past the post again. So that's 2 drop goals that Nice Buerta has missed so far. Christopher Ferreira. That's the New Zealanders 10-metre line being held by Yanni Brett. Brett picking it up, and Jock Hobbs with an attacking fall. Grant Fox with it. Grant Fox dumbing his way, looking for support on the inside. Andy Hayden getting stuck in there with another super attacking fall. And here's second phase coming, and offside against Anton Barnard, the Springbok loose head prop, palpably offside there. Remember, you've got to be behind the last line of feet in a ruck like that. Been successful with 3 so far. And it's got the distance, I think. Yeah, it is a lovely kick, a beautiful kick against the wind by Grant Fox. And 19 points to 9. New Zealand ball. Good shove there, back to Fox. And that's not a bad up and under eventually. And within that 10-metre area, offside, the referee says. And this is a better kick from Nice Buerta. That's it. That's 3 points. Here's a 4-man line out. And well done by Yanni Brett. Buerta out to Michael du Plessis. There's Karel in the line. And Donny Gerber. And Jaco Reinach, Gerber inside him. Jaco Reinach, the flyer, and he's still going. Managed to shovel it in. Mexted was there. Very good play by the number 8 forward in defence. And there's a tremendous ruck. The ball being shovelled up. Very good defensive work by Murray Mexted there, who was there just at the moment critique. Good tap back. Good work by Christopher Ferreira. And well taken by Nice Buerta. And Kiernes coming in. Well tackled by Victor Simpson. And a kick ahead by Loveridge. Going back for Yanni Brett. Good fall by Yanni Brett. And tackled by Victor Simpson. Well laid back. Michael du Plessis out to Nice Buerta. Donny Gerber. Donny Gerber is going to cut inside. Yes, he has. He beat Gary Knight. He's got Reinach with him. And Reinach. Mike Clamp coming across. Reinach from the score. All the way. Craig Green going for him. And a try given underneath the post. There's Jaco Reinach. The flyer. A lovely piece of work by Donny Gerber. And Nice Buerta.
Firstly, here we see again Buerta, then Buerta. Now watch for the little dance. See the little jink there, beautiful inside. Gary Knight won't be too happy with that situation. Perfect time of the pass, and it's over to the athlete.
And while you are watching that, Nice Buerta has converted the try, and so it is 19 points to New Zealanders, 17 to the Springboks. Loveridge. Back to Fox, and Fox being chased there by Christopher Ferreira. Hasn't found his touch. Carl du Plessis back for it. Difficult ball over his shoulder, and they're running it. Nice Buerta. Not a good pass though. And Nice Buerta running his way out of trouble there. And Donny Gerber got Reinach on the outside of him. Had a good tackle there by Mike Clamp. And there's David Loveridge. All the experience of 33 tests behind him. And on the stopwatch, 39 and a half minutes. But there will be quite a few minutes of additional time. There will be quite a number of stoppages in the second half. Ball well taken by Skalkberger. Andy Hayden is there to try and stop it coming back. Uli Schmidt and Nasburda with it, taking it from Ferreira. And up and under. Under it is Gary Knight. Helped there by Ashworth and kicking it ahead, chasing it to Uli Schmidt and Nasburda. And coming across, Warwick Taylor did very well to fly hack the ball out to touch, and the referee indicating to Mr. Frank McMullen where it went out, 1 metre away from the New Zealanders' try. This is do or die for the Springboks. It's their throw.
Well, this is where you have to have possession. All the New Zealanders on the try, beautifully taken by Moorman.
Out to Nasburda, and here's the drop goal attempt, and has he done it? No, it's missed. Nasburda's hit the pole. And going for it there is Ashworth, and John Ashworth kicks it as far as he can possibly kick it. And what's it going to be?
It's a 22 dropout. That is just amazing. Nasburda right in front of the poles, and it actually hit the upright.
And Kieran Crowley with a quick dropout. Jan Kionis trying a very long-range drop, but he's going to be to the right, and it's going to go over the dead ball line. And there is the final whistle, and the New Zealanders have won this Test match by a solitary point, 19 points to 18. They led 16-9 at half-time. They've won by a goal, 3 penalties and a try to the Springboks, 1 goal and 4 penalties. The try scorers for the New Zealanders, Warwick Taylor and Murray Mexted in the first half, and for the Springboks, Jaco Reinach. Penalty kicks and conversion by Nasburda, 4 penalties and a conversion, and for the New Zealanders 3 penalties and a conversion by Grant Fox. So the New Zealanders have won, I think we can put it this way, by 2 tries to 1, and to that extent let us give them all credit. They deserved their victory. They scored the 2 tries. The Springboks replied with 1. The Springboks had a bit of bad luck, missing a few penalties. There is Jock Hobbs, absolutely exhausted, but he must be delighted as well. There's big Gary Wetton going in there. Nasburda hit the upright twice, but Grant Fox hit it once. Nasburda missed a few more penalties than he's wont to do, but Hugh Bladen 2 tries to 1 and 1 point victory for the New Zealand.
Yeah, to be honest, I first made a mistake on the Friday. I didn't go out to Kings Park to practice. I usually like to go out on a Friday and practice, and then, it gives you self-confidence. But, going out on the Saturday, trying the first one against the wind, the wind just blowing it back to you, trying the second one, hitting the upright, trying a drop goal, the wind's just blowing it back to you. I think, in a way, it got to me, and I think at the end, I made a couple, but I missed a couple that was really important to us. And we could have won the game easily if I just made 2 or 3. On the other hand, we had a lot of bad luck. We hit the upright 3 times, especially the last drop goal. Okay, it was a difficult angle, but usually, I can kick it with my eyes closed.
I think it was basically on the day. Grant Fox kicked terribly, a lot better than what Nas did. Nas had opportunities to score points, and it was a swirling sort of a wind, and, Grant probably judged it a little better than Nas did on the day. But we considered ourselves quite lucky to get away with that final drop kick of Nas's that, just missed the post and let us off the hook. But, it was truly a great game, and one that kept our chances very much alive.
Looking back, the man who inspired his team to victory.
Well, it was an absolutely critical test for us, for our own credibility. We obviously came here under circumstances which everybody's aware of. To have gone 2-0 down in the test series meant we obviously couldn't win it, and we're looking at a whitewash. So for our own credibility, we just had to win it. It's a very, very important game. All test matches are important, but I think there was just that much extra on this, because we had to maintain our credibility that we were here to win and to perform well.
When he wiped the odd tear from his eye, obviously said it all. I think just prior to the end of the game when Nasburda had that dropped goal, I think Jock actually got his fingers to the ball and deflected the ball closer to the post than what it was actually going, I think. And I guess that might have had something to do with it, the relief that he wouldn't have been blamed for helping the ball on its way. But no, I think his reaction was mainly one of extreme delight. The wins against South Africa don't come very often here, and I guess that said it all.
The Cavaliers' win kept the series alive. The South African media felt that the Springboks failed to take their chances and could just as easily have won the match. They praised the Cavaliers for taking their chances and winning with a lesser share of the possession. Grant Fox's kicking performance won it for the New Zealand team, whilst the normally reliable Naas Botha had a rare off day. Although having lesser of it, the position of the Cavaliers was of a better quality, with Springbok scrum half Christopher Fervor struggling behind the scrums and from the lineouts to give his dangerous backline good front football. The Cavaliers were praised by the media for their excellent defence and the way they kept Christopher Fervor and Naas Botha under constant pressure. The test made headline news in the British Sunday newspapers, The Observer and The Telegraph. John Reason wrote that the atmosphere in Durban made a match between Everton and Liverpool looks like child's play, and that it was a pity that the International Rugby Board was not there to witness it. He further wrote that if New Zealand and South Africa tackles one another on the rugby field, it is seen as a World Rugby final. Clem Thomas praised the Cavaliers for their determination to square the series. Next week I will look at the match between the Cavaliers and the strong South African Cavaliers team, a match in which the Cavaliers showed their dominance and just how good a team they were. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel to follow the rest of the series.
Moenie die stryd van die reuse misloop nie. Die opwinding van internasionale rugby word aan u gebied deur geel bladsye.